Scorpio. My name is Petra D. I'm here to do your love reading for February 2021. I went ahead and pre-pulled your cards this time because this was a heavy energy. And I definitely feel like this could be possibly twin flame as well. All the cards came out mirroring each other, and there's a lot of duality in it. But if you like the content I'm about to provide, feel free to like, share, and subscribe down below. Also, you can go ahead and follow me on IG. I will be offering personal readings soon, and all that information will be listed over there. So let's just get into this reading really quick. I'm going to start with the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine has decided, this honestly is also probably, it's not even just mirroring. I definitely feel like this could possibly be two Scorpions. And the placement could be not the sun sign, but it could be, but definitely more the rising or moon sign. Because I feel like one person went into their intuition, which is the Divine Masculine. They needed to go inside into the deep well of their intuition so they're almost like becoming a spiritual leader. They're like reversing the roles and actually taking up the mantle and trusting their intuition, because they had to. Their lesson was to trust their intuition so that they can heal a heart wound. Yeah. Then also the Divine Masculine has been sitting at a crossroads for a while. Both have. But it's time to choose a direction. And the work that both had to do was through the shadow. Like, they couldn't bypass. There was no redirection. They had to go through this lesson in order to both transform. The Divine Masculine is transforming. See his shadow in the background? He had to do some shadow work in order to open up to love again and share it with the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine, on the other hand, they felt stung almost by the rejection of the Divine Masculine. And I heard they were shot through the heart, but they had to let that go to refine balance, because their lesson was a little bit more earthbound versus spiritual. They flipped themselves, and they flipped themselves. So the Divine Feminine's lesson or work they had to do was more so getting a balance with they were getting a balance with their career, their money, their material level things, their eights, their karma. That was their karma in this life. But both were also, this journey is protected by the angels. I also see the Divine Masculine also got the solar plexus, and the Divine Feminine had embrace and open yourself up to the world. So that was the major lesson in transformation for both of them. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and then I also heard this 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, the Paula Abdul song. I'll take that as it resonates. And let's move forward into the tarot, because you flipped roles. Also, if you want to look at this card as well, it's duality. So the Divine Masculine was sitting in not doing the shadow work, and then the Divine Feminine did the shadow work, but they have to reverse. Yeah. Because the divine feminine was detaching from the world, but they need to go into the world. And the divine masculine was not seeking out their wisdom and diving deep. So they both had to learn new lessons. So, fresh perspective. Yeah, becoming a student again. But in different ways. Divine masculine in a spiritual way, and the divine feminine in a take action sort of way for your money. So they're crossing each other. They're sitting at a crossroads. And then deciding where to go. And this could be an energy of this could be a twin flame relationship in separation or not, but it's definitely learning something new in order to almost like on the horizon, there's a whole new world once they actually do learn the lesson and transform. Let's look at past energy. Because it's almost like y'all triggered each other as well. And that's why you had the runner. You both ran away. It wasn't even a runner and chaser. You just like separation. And I really think that because the divine masculine didn't trust their intuition and didn't want to share love, the divine feminine stopped putting in the effort. Okay. And they found balance within themselves. But now the divine masculine may be coming back around full circle because they now finally trust themselves. So I don't know if this is going to be together or separate. But it looks like it has potential. You can't really outrun your twin. You're in the same energetic fabric. Especially if y'all have heavy Scorpio placements. This is a major karmic lesson that both of y'all had to learn. Yeah, judgment. I feel like it could come full circle. Reconciliation, the judgment card. But that's past energy. And I also think that with the whole judgment and the divine masculine being firm in their intuition and in their leadership skills, as far as spiritually, there will be reconciliation. They've heard the call. And I got that in your premeditation as well. They heard the call to transform. They heard this years ago. And they've been playing games with the universe. But that's the contract that y'all signed as well. It was supposed to play out like this. An apology might be coming as well. And these are all children. So, fresh perspective, new beginning. And almost like back to the true version of yourself. Also, childhood issues or could have been resolved or healed with the page. It's almost like someone just needs to reach out and everything will be fixed and washed away. And it doesn't have to be big. It's real small because that's your twin. Okay. Consciously had to heal. Yeah, someone had to heal their emotions because they weren't even, I don't know if they were being compassionate to the other person or compassionate to themselves. But yeah, the divine masculine is definitely being told to share the love, which is the card here. They consciously know this now because they went within to heal. They went into that wishing well of their intuition so they can come out new. Fresh start, the Fool. This actually might happen soon. Let's see. Yeah, they have clarity now about the direction that they want to go with the divine feminine. Transformation, I saw the Death card. And that's in the hopes, and that's a very spiritual connection. One is transforming and one is sitting in their intuition. I feel like this energy, the high priestess, is what the divine masculine is becoming. And because he's changing, the divine feminine naturally has to transform and learn her lesson as well. And that's in the hopes and the fears. But it feels like someone's moving away, but they're not. They're actually coming one step forward, two steps back. They're coming back. Okay, let's get the outcome as well. Outcome for the twins. So it can move forward. Crossroads, two directions, still mirroring. One divine masculine worked on his shadow. The divine feminine worked on her money. And that's how I know that the divine masculine as well, he's about to take the lead because the emperor rides the chariot to move things forward. Because they're sitting at a crossroads. Okay. Let's look at timing. Let me see if I can get timing from the tarot. It doesn't always happen. Hierophant. To make something more stable and traditional. But it's definitely mirroring again. Mirroring the lessons. The spiritual lessons that needed to be learned. Yeah. And going into your truth. Rebirth. Rebirth of a relationship. Travel. You may live at a distance, but this is a whole new cycle for you. Because in the past, the healing was slow. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the frequency card for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Let's look at the divine masculine first. I fell on the floor. I'm not taking it. Tenderness. The energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. That's interesting because I think that's what the divine masculine is doing. Because they went ahead and trusted their intuition, now they can offer the divine feminine actual real love. Okay. So let's look at what the divine feminine is in her heart space. It's tenderness with self. That healing card as well. Finally healing that wound that was open. Duality. Another thing, mirroring each other as well. Again, the light side and the dark side. The divine feminine needs to speak their truth in love. The energy of the throat chakra supports our ability to communicate truthfully and clearly versus holding back from the divine masculine. I feel like that shot through the heart card in the beginning, the arrow master, actually made the divine feminine not speak their truth. Yeah, that was fear of rejection from the divine masculine. Like, that was their wound. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pull some romance angels cards. Let's just see the energy that comes out. Yeah. Religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual paths. This person definitely, they're not the same as you. They're a mirror. Whatever their gift was, whether it's spiritual or making money or something like that, y'all flipped it. So whoever was the most spiritual, or I guess more connected to the frequency of their angels and things like that, the ones who, yeah, they have to become more grounded. Let's just say that. But it's always going to be a spiritual connection. But one has to become more in tune to the universe, and the other one has to be more grounded and a little bit more earthly. they need to embrace the world a little bit more versus running away into their spirituality all the time. And I believe that's the divine feminine. But both could be healing family issues, because I saw a lot of children. They may have, yeah. Someone has children, well, both have children with karmics, I'm pretty sure. Because I saw 3 children. So one could have 2, the other one could have 1, vice versa. One. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And have heart-to-heart conversations with yourself and with this person. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and go into what the angel answer oracle wants you to know. Let's see. And then we're going to head and close it out with a card from Spirit. It's an opportunity. You can take it if you want it. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be with your twin flame. But this possibly could happen in the next few weeks. That this person is going to come back around to you and step up. Because I felt that with that page energy. Like, it's not going to be a long time. They could just be dealing with children too. And like other family issues that have been blocking in the connection. Let's look at what Spirit wants you to know. Vulnerability. That's a true lesson for both. This is a confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Do not let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that you're feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. That's for the divine masculine. I could definitely feel that. So let's look at what Spirit wants the divine feminine to know. And then we'll go ahead and close it out. Stand your ground. Become more grounded. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor and speak your truth. That's the lesson. Okay. So with that said, because I'm about to run out of memory, I wish you the best, and I will see you next month.